Week 10 of the fantasy basketball season, and what a quick season it's been so far. We're almost halfway through the fantasy year and the NBA regular season. But anyway, here's a few guards I would look to add on waivers this week. The first guy is Lou Dort of the OKC Thunder. So Dort, he's been playing pretty well over the last few weeks. On the season, though, he's ranked 183 in fantasy basketball, 12.6 points a game, 3.5 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 1.93, 74% from the foul line, 40% from the field. But the last few weeks, he's playing better. Is Dort with 15.3 points a game, 2.8 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 2.3 threes a game, 85% from the foul line, and 37% from the field for Dort. So Dort, we know he's a youngster here in this Thunder team, and last season he got a lot of playoff experience when the Thunder made the playoffs, led by Chris Paul and Steven Adams. But with both those guys gone now, Dort, he's looking to be a leader with him and Shane Gilgeous-Alexander over there. And Dort, over the last few games, he's had some pretty decent games, and I think he's worthy of a pickup. February 17th at Memphis, 11 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, a block, 1-3, 85% from the foul line. Then February 19th at Milwaukee, 17 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and 3 threes. And then last night at Cleveland, 10 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 block. So Dort, he's playing about 30 minutes a game right now for this Thunder team. Obviously, this Thunder team's in a rebuild and a youth movement, and Dort, he's ahead of that with these guys, and he's definitely worth a pickup in 12-team leagues or deeper, and he's still available in a nice 66% of fantasy leagues. So Lou Dort, he's the first guard I would go out there and get. The second guy is Kendrick Nunn, the Miami Heat, and I think this is the 3rd week in a row Nunn has been on this waiver wire video list, and Nunn, he's playing well. I know Goran Dragic, he might come back in Wednesday's game, but I can't see them totally benching Nunn, even if Dragic comes back and plays 25, 30 minutes a game. On the season, Nunn, he's ranked 115 with 14.4 points a game, 2.3 assists, 3.3 rebounds, 1.1 steals, 2.1 threes, 88% from the foul line, and 48% from the field. And in the last few weeks, he's ranked number 58 is Kendrick Nunn, 16.9 points a game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal and a half a game, 3.3 threes, and 48% from the field. So Nunn, he's got a knack of scoring the basketball, and that's what exactly he's doing right now for this Miami Heat team. He's Nunn. We know he's a pretty good player. He could score. He's hitting his 3 balls. Just the only thing, he's not going to help in assists, but he's a decent stealer of the basketball as well, and he's one of the Heat's better players so far this season. But now with Dragic back, we'll see what Nunn plays and how many minutes it impacts him. But the last few games, he's playing well. February 17th at Golden State, 19 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 5 threes. February 18th at Sacramento, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal. And then 2 nights ago in a great victory over the Los Angeles Lakers, Nunn, he really had a big game, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, a block, and 5 3-pointers. So Nunn, he's scoring well. I know Dragic's coming back, but it still shouldn't impact Nunn that much. Nunn right now, he's playing upwards of 35 to 40 minutes a game, but I think he could still be very effective off the bench or whatever the role may be for Nunn here, at anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes a game. And he can help fantasy owners in steals, threes, points, and he's still out there in 49% of fantasy leagues. So go out there and get Nunn. Next guard I'd look to get is Cam Reddish of the Atlanta Hawks. Cam Reddish, he's been up and down so far this season. In his 2nd season here in the NBA with the Atlanta Hawks, Reddish on the season, he's ranked 183 with 11.2 points a game, 4 rebounds, 1.3 assists a game, 1.3 steals a game, 1.3 threes a game. So all 1.3s for him, and 36% from the field, which is pretty bad, obviously. But Reddish, he's a volume shooter. He's going to take a lot of shots. And the Hawks, they believe in him. They took him early in the draft a few seasons ago. And in the last couple weeks, he's been ranked 67th in the time with 11.5 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 2 steals, 1.3 threes, and 35% from the field for Reddish. And Reddish, he's playing good minutes here for Atlanta. With the injuries to DeAndre Hunter and Bogdanovic, who's been out now for a while, Reddish, he's getting more of a scoring opportunity and field goal attempts. In the last 4 or 5 games, he's scoring the basketball at a better rate, is Reddish. And they count on him pretty decently here in Atlanta. He's playing anywhere from 30 to 35 minutes as well. February 13th versus Indy, 18 points, a rebound, an assist, a steal, 3 threes. February 15th at New York, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. February 17th at Boston, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Then February 19th at Boston again, 9 points, 5 boards, 5 steals, and a block. And then February 21st last night, 8 points, 4 rebounds, a steal, an assist, and 2 threes. So Reddish, he's getting a lot of steals per game. And that's why his ranking's gone up, and he can hit the 3 ball at a decent rate as well as Cam Reddish. So he's scoring, he's rebounding pretty decent, he's getting the minutes and the opportunity, and I think he's worth an add in 12-team leagues or deeper, and he's available in 53% of fantasy leagues. The next guard to go out there and get this week's Patrick Beverley of the Los Angeles Clippers. Beverley, he hasn't been fantasy relevant, it seems like, the last couple seasons, but on the season, he's ranked 139, is Beverley, 8.5 points a game, 4.1 rebounds, 2.2 assists, a steal a game, 1.8 threes, and 44% from the field. But the last few weeks, he's really stepped his game up, is Pat Bev, 9.7 points a game, 3.2 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 1.7 threes, 59% from the field. So he's scoring the basketball better. His field goal percentage is way up there, and he's hitting a good amount of threes as well and stealing the basketball decently as Beverley. And Beverley, I know he's up and down. He misses a lot of games here and there for this Clipper team because he's pretty injury prone throughout his career as Patrick Beverley. But right now he's playing well and he's doing good, and he's available still in 85% of fantasy leagues. In the last few games, February 17th versus Utah, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. February 19th versus Utah again, 17 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. And last night in a tough loss versus the Brooklyn Nets, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. So Beverley, he's giving you a few categories. He's not scoring the basketball that well, but he was never a big scorer, but his percentages are good. He's stealing the basketball decently, rebounding and assisting, but he's more of an add in deeper leagues. And the 5th and final guard I will look to add on waivers this week's Josh Hart of the New Orleans Pelicans. And Hart, he's been playing more now in Stan Van Gundy's system over the last few weeks here. And Hart on the season, he's ranked 107 in fantasy basketball, 9.1 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 1.5 threes a game, 45% from the field. So Hart, he's one of the best rebounding guards in all the NBA, and I think he's second on this Pelican team in rebounds per game. So he's playing well. He's giving you a lot of categories, and he's picked up the ante as well the last couple weeks. He's ranked number 75 is Hart, 8.1 rebounds a game, 12.3 points a game, 2.6 assists, 2 threes a game, and 48% from the field. So Hart, he's doing all the little things. He's scoring the basketball. He's hitting his 3-point shot. And Van Gundy likes him a lot, and he's been playing over 30 minutes now. The last 4 games is Hart. February 16th in Memphis, 27 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. February 17th versus Portland, 4 points, 6 rebounds, and assists. February 19th versus Phoenix, 8 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and 2 threes. And last night versus Boston, a nice double-double, 17 points, 10 rebounds, a steal, 3 blocks, and 2 threes. So Josh Hart, he's doing it all in different areas, and he's getting the playing time right now. And if a trade happens with an Eric Bledsoe or Lonzo Ball, I believe his playing time and shot per attempts a game will go up even more. So he's definitely worth an add, and he's available in 65% of fantasy leagues. So that's a few guards I will look to add on waivers here in Week 10 of the fantasy basketball season.